Yo, this is Abe Cannon from The Abe Cannon Show, and you're listening to the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show. Go!
What's up? This is the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show. I'm Ryan Hoppe.
And I'm Ryan SuperRICH.
What's coming up?
Okay, so coming up right away, we have teen was charged in deadly Southington fire. This is from Southington, Connecticut. Southington police have arrested 18-year-old Eric Morelli, who is being accused of causing the fire that killed a teenager. The medical examiner's office confirmed that 19-year-old Kristen Milano died of smoke inhalation during a fire on Darling Street on the second floor of Summerbrook Apartments at about 4:30 a.m. on Sunday. This was last Sunday. Yeah.
I wonder what that's like, what that smell is when you're breathing in that smoke, man.
Oh, it's
gotta be
it's
awful.
horrible. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your throat definitely would burn.
Yeah.
For sure, and it'd be hard to breathe, and that's probably what happened.
So what else happened with that?
The medical examiner ruled her death as a homicide, and that is because 3 people were home when the fire broke out. Milano's aunt and brother made it out safely. Milano's mother owns the home, but was at her boyfriend's house at the time of the fire. Morelli of Westwood Road in Southington was arrested Tuesday and charged with first-degree manslaughter and 3 counts of first-degree reckless endangerment. He was being held on a $150,000 bond. He was just trying to chill with her younger brother, and he thought it was a good idea to throw a firework up there trying to be funny, said Kyle, a friend of Kristen's.
Ha 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 ha! I'm going to throw a firework at her. Nothing bad can happen, man. What a dummy. Like, you could at least, the most positive thing to come out of that was one of her eyes, like, never works again, so she sees from one eye. One of the positive things is it, like, affects her hearing. I'm not saying positive, but you would want that to happen. Like, nothing good comes from throwing a firecracker at someone. It's not funny, you idiot. Even if you're drunk. Like, when we're all drunk, we have, like, a conscience. Like, I just want to get home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not that much of a dummy.
Right. Let's see. Individuals closest with Kristen's younger brother said Morelli drove his moped to the Summerbrook Apartments early Sunday morning and tossed a sparkler into Jay Milano's second floor bedroom to get his attention. Instead, that sparkler caused the fire that took Kristen's life as she was sleeping in the bedroom next door. It's not funny, not funny. Open your eyes about the dumb things people do, said Joe G., another friend of Kristen's. Nobody had realized Kristen had come home from a party in New Britain until it was too late. Her brother and aunt made it out of the fire safely. Jay said he got up to the top of the stairs and felt like he was going to melt. Cop got him and pulled him out, said his friend. Friends of Morelli's said his reckless life finally caught up with him. I don't think he ever thinks about his actions before he does it, a neighbor said. He just goes off and does what he wants to do all the time.
He sounds like one of those guys that doesn't care about anybody else around him. All he cares about is just having a crazy, wild time. YOLO, dude. Like, all he cares about is doing ecstasy, smoking weed, having fun. Like, he doesn't seem like a guy that has any responsibilities in life. And obviously, he's not going anywhere now. But even if this never happened, he's not going anywhere. He's a dummy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for days, Southington police were camped out of Morelli's home, and detectives said when he was finally arrested on Tuesday, he went peacefully. At some point, you would think that maybe he'd find the right light, the right way, and he just couldn't find that path, Goralinik said, who's a neighbor, adding that he has been Morelli's neighbor since the children were 2.
Read that first quote again. I'm in awe.
At some point, you would think that maybe he'd find the right light, the right way, and he just couldn't find that path.
What a positive, probably Christian thing to say. Like, not everybody figures it out. There's some people that they're born immature, they have bad parents, and then they never really change it around. So to act like he had even a chance to fix it, like, that doesn't happen to everybody. He was a bad apple. Like, you can't change that. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
he seems like a bad apple for sure.
Obviously.
He said Morelli has always been in and out of trouble, but never did he think a life would be lost because of Morelli's immaturity. It's sad, he says. Thoughts and prayers go out to that family, but he doesn't have any sense of right or wrong. Morelli's attorney, Raymond Haslett, released this statement. My client, Eric Morelli, and his family are extremely sorry over what has happened. This is particularly difficult as Eric was a longtime friend of Kristen. Eric never intended to harm anyone, and he is very remorseful about this tragedy. He has been fully cooperative with the law enforcement and will be responding to the charges in court. Friends of the Southington teenager who was killed in a fire over the weekend described her as being a free spirit. Kristen's calling hours will be held Thursday, so that's for a visitation. Nobody needs to hear about that. But Southington Community Services are helping the family with shelter, clothes, and foods. The United Way, because, their apartment was wrecked. The United Way is also setting up an account where people can make donations. So there's going to be details like that to come.
Ryan, do you believe in God at all? I don't know what the hell to think, but things like
that's
this,
very random, but yeah.
But things like this make me question, God damn it, how did it happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, sure, I believe in God, but I'm not a very religious person whatsoever.
I really hope he's real.
I don't necessarily consider myself a Christian either, because I don't willingly go to church.
Dude, I don't know what I believe in, man. I'm just kind of
yeah. I mean, it's okay to not know what to believe in. It's okay to just believe what you want to believe and just live your life that way. I'm not an atheist by any stretch of the term.
I hate that word atheist.
And I don't like I don't like that term either.
And I hate go on.
Because a lot of people who are atheists are very strange people.
Like Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, like a lot of people who consider themselves atheists.
Like people that rub it in, they're so proud of being atheists. It's shut up.
Yeah, just
have fun.
You don't have to be all public and open about it, because the majority of people are religious, and they're either Christian or Jewish or Hindu or Buddhist or.
And it's just how do you know he's
Arab,
not real? Shut
Muslim.
up. I'm not saying it's right to be Christian, because people are so cocky when they're Christian and they act like he's real, and you're an idiot if you don't go to church and you have sex before marriage. But at the same time, how do atheists know he's not real? It's just phoniness on each side of the platter.
There's phoniness on each side, which is why I just pretend that I'm just living my life. I don't know. I mean, I never really think about it because I don't want to think about it.
I know, it's frightening.
Yeah, well, it's frightening, but it's also just I don't care enough to be religious. I'm not going to willingly go to church because someone wants me to, or because someone thinks it'll help me become a better person or something like that. I mean, I was forced to go to church with my grandma for I don't know how many years, and I never liked it.
Dude, I sort of care, but at the same time, I don't know what to think. I'm just what? You know what I mean?
The best thing is to just seriously not think about it and just live your life the way you're going to live it. Yeah. And then when you die, and you see what happens then, right? It either all goes black, or you go to heaven or hell or someplace. I don't know.
Yeah. What is your take? Tweet at us because our phones aren't working. At Hoppe Radio 893. What's your Twitter handle?
At Ryan Stuprich, STUPRICH. Yes.
Coming up, the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.
What the hell is coming up?
So we're going to tell you about that South Boston man who was arrested after sniffing and eating drugs on a mass transportation bus. Also, there was a 16-year-old who was charged with changing his grades and attendance records at Orange High School, which is in California, I am assuming. Possibly Florida. I haven't figured out where it is from yet. But yeah, that's going to be that. So
call the show or tweet at us because our phones aren't working. God damn it, so used to that. At Hoppe Radio 893 and at Ryan STUPRICH. Up next is a guy who's on my media network, Chad the Poet, at Hoppe, or it's HoppesWorld.com. Here's his hit with fellow Hoppes World talent, Drew the Artist from Mesa, Mean Muggin'. Up next on WNUR. Hang on.
The Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.
Oh, I see you looking. Why you mean mugging, ho? Why you mean mugging, ho? Why you mean mugging, ho? I see you looking. Why you mean mugging, ho? Why you mean mugging, ho?